Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to explain how I changed the way I think in a good way, in a positive way. Because a lot of people ask me like, "Yo, how are you so positive and how are you able to see the light in a dark situation?" And I haven't always been that way. And I truly believe, you know, as you think is as you are. It's a Bible verse. And it's also everyone knows the sayings like um you have to think it to you have to manifest it, or like the law of attraction. It's all about the mind. It's all about, getting, winning up here, the battles up here. And when you are continuing to battle those negative thoughts, throughout the day, it's really hard to, manifest, positive things. It's hard to believe that, it could happen for you, because those negative thoughts keep on, attacking you. So I am going to show you how to put some armor, how to be prepared, for those battles, those negative thoughts, so that way you can overcome them with positivity. And when you allow positivity in your life, you're allowing better things to come to you. You're allowing things that are meant for you to come to you, because I feel like the mind is a powerful, part of us. And I just, think that we all should, at least, we don't have to, but at least, open up and maybe hear, me or someone else explain why it is great to think this way, to think positively. So the first step that I did, when, trying to mold my mind into a positive thinking mind, is I changed what I was watching, what I was consuming. I unfollowed everybody, not everybody, but I unfollowed everyone on my Instagram feed that didn't give me any value. I unfollowed the influencers that were just flaunting their cars and their money and their houses, and they're going on these vacations. I unfollowed people on Twitter. I unsubscribed to people on YouTube where it was just like, uh I have a lot of money. This is what I'm doing with it. And they weren't giving me any value. So I changed what I was viewing, what I was consuming when it comes to media. And now it doesn't necessarily mean like when it comes to like social media and like videos and stuff like that. It also can mean like who you're allowing in your life. What type of, what are you consuming? And when you take the things out of your life, it allows you to see the life from a different perspective, because now you're only seeing a playing field where like more positivity. When you're looking at a playing field where it's just a lot of negativity and positivity, sometimes negativity can come in easily. But when you remove all the negativity, you kind of only see positivity. So that's what I was doing. That's what I was trying to. I was following Gary Vee. I was following Kevin Hart, The Rock. I was following certain pastors that I watch online. I was following certain people on TikTok and Twitter, a lot of like motivational quotes accounts, and I was just forcing myself to only consume positive, accounts and positive media, because as I'm on my phone all the time. So when I pop up Instagram, pop up Twitter, pop up YouTube, I only see now all the positive accounts that, that was there. Another thing that you can do is kind of unfollow people in real life. Like we all know people that are just like pessimistic, or like they're always talking about like, glass half empty, not half full. And I get, it's hard to, take, these people out of your life, because they've been in your life for so long. Their family, their friends. We've known these people for a long time. But what I'm about to say is kind of cutthroat, and I need you guys to hear what I'm saying. You are living your life. I know that's obvious. We all know that. But you can't you can't let go. You can't like sacrifice your happiness, your well-being for someone else, just to be in your life. If they're not giving you value, if they're not adding something to your life, why are you having them in there? And a lot of you are going to be like, "Well, Roberto, like they're my family. They're my friends. They've always been there for me." I get it. You can still have them in there, but you're gonna have to you have to have the technique of the third thing that I need you guys to do is to have selective hearing. But I'm not gonna talk about that right now. What I mean is by unfollowing people in real life. So the first step, just to kind of bring it full circle, or just in all in one area, the first step was to kind of like filter what you're consuming when it comes to media or anything really. Anything you're consuming, it should be positive. And if you don't see that it is when it comes to the music or the accounts that you follow, kind of replace it with the positive accounts and replace it with the positive music and replace it with the positive images. And then the second thing was to unfollow people in real life and not associate with those people because you need to be selfish for a little bit. You are living your own life. You're not living their life. So when you're being selfish, you're helping yourself better yourself. And when you in turn, like when you fix this, when you fix your own person, like your own being, you then can help them. Because you eventually you're gonna realize that they need help too, but you're helping them by helping yourself. And I know it's a weird way, but they just being around you, if you want to keep them in your life, just them being around you, you're gonna notice, your positive vibes, how you're always looking at things like through a positive light. You see the light in the situation, not the darkness. How you're always looking forward, not in the past. They will then see and hear and just feel your presence, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, like I need that." And you just being you can offer that like lesson to them by just being yourself. So yeah, that's that. The third thing is having selective hearing. We all hear those people like, like if you're like trying to do something and then they're like, no, you can't do that. Like, there's no way. You have to be, you have to be realistic. Like, you don't have the money, you don't have the skill. They're always telling you like, come on, bro. Like, I highly doubt that you can do that. These words, these things that they're telling you all the time. You have to have selective hearing and block them out. When you block them out, you can replace what they're saying to you and be like, I can do this. I do have the skills to do this. And if I don't have the skills, I will develop the skills. I'm capable. I'm worthy. What is meant for me will happen to me. You can't just hear everything that, whoever you're hanging out with is saying to you. Sometimes, and what I mean by having selective hearing is not blocking out everything that they're saying. You have to realize like what's negative and also what's wisdom and what's experience, because there's other people in your life that has been through it and has experiences, and they are trying to help you. And when you realize that, I mean, we're not dumb. When you realize that someone's trying to help you, don't block it out and be like la la la, I'm this. No, you could be self-aware enough to know like, hey, this person's trying to help me. Maybe that what they're trying to say, I could benefit from it. You don't have to listen to the whole thing, or you don't have to take what they're saying in consideration and apply it to your life. But don't be stubborn and like not be open-minded to hearing new ways, new ideas, new ways of thinking. You can't block out everything. That's why I said selective hearing. You make the choice of what you want in your brain and what you want to consume and what you want to apply to your life. If you hear someone being negative to you, you can choose to not hear them. Yeah, you hear them, but you don't have to, let it, simmer and let it like sink into your being. You can just be like, one ear, not the other. But if someone's trying to help you and be like, hey man, or hey, hey girl, like, I need you to, I think you should do this, or I think you should do that. Yeah, you're determined and you have your own way and you know what you want to do. But sometimes these people are placed in our lives because they can help us in our journey. They can help us move forward. They can be that boost that we need to keep on going forward. So don't block them out entirely. But you have to make the choice of what you're gonna hear and what you're not gonna hear. I hope that makes sense. That these are some tips and tricks, and these are some ways that I learned how to just change my mind in a whole 180. Like I went from thinking negatively all the time and being realistic to like thinking positive and thinking like in presence, and I always try to bring those positive vibes, and these are the ways that I did it. I I watched what I was consuming when it comes to media, and if I was, if something that wasn't benefiting me or adding value to me, I just I unfollowed the account and I replaced it with an account that would add value. The second thing was I unfollowed people in real life. Sometimes I have to distance myself from people that are not adding to my life, because yes, it may be hard, but I'm living my own life and I can't live theirs. And if they're not adding value to my life, I can make the decision to leave them and not be associated with them. And the third thing is I have selective hearing. I hear what I want to hear. If it's something that I could benefit from, I'm like, "Ooh, cool, I could take a little notes here and there." But if someone's just saying you can't do this, you're never gonna do this, you're not gonna do that, I'm like, one ear, not the other. Don't listen to it. All right, guys. I hope that makes sense. I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope you have a great day, great week, and great month. Everything. You guys deserve it all. Just remember that. Peace.